Hello and welcome to Charter Local Edition Northwest. I'm Dana Cowley, your host for today's segment, and today we're at the Port of Walla Walla. My guest is David Woolson, the CEO of the Walla Walla Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's great to be here.
What are your top priorities right now?
Well, it's been a big political year, of course,
Yes.
nationally, but also here. So the Chamber of Commerce works very hard to make sure the interests of small business are taken care of and looked after from a governmental level as well as on a political level. So we are in deep right now.
What are your top priorities as far as what your businesses who you represent are driving you to do? What do they want?
Well, one issue is really the cost of doing business and regulation. It is very difficult. Small business is tough every day. Small business in a smaller community is tough every day.
And so the regulations regulate people right out of jobs and businesses.
Well, it can.
It's a door closer.
And just so that, so we try to sensitize the public policymakers and elected officials about really some of the concerns and issues that small businesses have. So certainly the regulatory environment to make sure that we are in a position to grow, the availability of capital, and labor issues and available workforce are all some of the top priorities.
And then what are you gunning for to wrap up to get completed by the end of the year?
Well, it's going to be a busy one. So we will hold political debates this fall and really around business, small business, economic development type issues. We hold a legislative luncheon after the election, once all of that is done, to really kind of make sure that they hear our concerns, particularly with the legislature convening in a very tough session coming up in January. And so we will be very active in the legislature in the new year. I sit on the state chamber board with other chambers of commerce around the state, and we have a thing called the Grassroots Alliance. So literally from Bellingham to Walla Walla, we can highlight those issues that are most important in the current session.
You have strong agriculture, tourism, wine industry, small business. What are some of the other interests that you represent, other voices here?
We're
you
lucky
have diversity.
No, well, see, that's exactly it. And so we are lucky here in Walla Walla that for a smaller community in Eastern Washington, we have actually a very diverse economy. Growing tourism industry, of course. We have a very good medical community with really kind of 3 hospitals in the VA. Government is a very important employer here. Small manufacturing, there's some very interesting global manufacturers that are here, such as Key Technology and Nelson Irrigation and others. So that's one thing that we have very lucky going for us, is that it is pretty diverse, and we weathered the Great Recession better than most.
Yeah, that's very helpful.
It's very helpful, yeah.
So as you go into your new year, it looks like your top priorities looking forward to 2017 will be looking at what you can do and lobby your state lawmakers to do. Are there a few key bills you'd like to see passed, a few top things that you think would benefit your businesses?
You know, it seems like it's the flip. It's fear of some that will get passed that we may oppose as it relates to...
Well, that makes sense because we're wanting to regulate less,
Yeah.
Remove.
Exactly. And so I think that for, obviously as far as things that we are in support of, and the big issue in this coming legislature will really be about education and this thing called the McCleary decision. And it's about the funding of basic education. Ultimately, for our members, what they've expressed to us as far as the barriers to growth for them are the regulatory environment and tax structure. 2 is overall business promotion. And 3 is access to a qualified workforce. So we very much support a robust educational system because that is the future workforce. We have some concerns around some of the labor issues that are coming up, some related to minimum wage, some related to how the relationship with workers, and just to let business owners run their business.
So from you on a personal level, you've been at this for a while, you're well connected and well established with your community. What would you like to see happen? What keeps you going at this on a personal level? Because it is high demand.
It is high demand, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, I think that, one of the things that is great is we have about 650 members, and they are very supportive of our efforts, not just in the political arena, but with certain events that we do, and throughout the year we have a very busy agenda. I love what I'm doing because I really believe in what I'm doing, and I am in a rare opportunity to really help make a difference in working with them, and that really drives my wheels.
Oh, thank you for being here. We
Great
appreciate
fun.
it.
Thanks very much.
And enjoy the rest of the year. Enjoy your holidays.
I appreciate it. Thanks very much. It's nice to see you.
And thank you for joining us. I'm Dana Cowley, and you're watching Charter Local Edition Northwest.